Hi, I'm MrByZ, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a couple of Millennium Falcons from the Solo movie with the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon and the Force Link 2.0 kind of mini Falcon. So first I'm going to take a look at the what's considered the Force Link 2.0 Millennium Falcon. This is the little Falcon. You can't put figures in this or anything, but we're going to take a look at it. So I've got a range trooper here so you can see the size on the... It's pretty small. There's no way a figure's going to fit in this cockpit here. But this is a Millennium Falcon you see on shelves for about 30 bucks. I was able to get it for about $13 off Amazon during their Prime days. So that's what made it worthwhile for me to finally pick it up. It doesn't do anything. It's a big piece of plastic. It does have the right amount of landing gear, which is kind of nice, and they fold in and everything. It does have a small gun on the bottom, but again, it doesn't move. The radar dish really doesn't move. The cockpit doesn't do anything. The one thing it does is there's this one little button right here, and I press that, and it shoots that off. Now this front piece right here, skate pod, whatever, is kind of a foam type piece. It's very squishy. So when you fire it off and you hit your little brother, sister, older brother, sister, your dog, whatever, it shouldn't hurt them too much anyway. To give you a good size comparison, I have the vintage Millennium Falcon right here, and you can see how much smaller it is. Now, of course, we need to Force Link. Use the Force Link on this and see what sounds it makes. There we go. Let's just shake it. Oh. It's not very loud. Usually this is louder. So not a whole lot of sound to it. Oh, that was new. Okay. That gave me something new. Hold on. Alright. So I think that's what we got with it. One more size comparison here. This is the Force Awakens, that kind of mini Falcon thing. It does absolutely nothing. This was like put out at places like Big Lots and that for like 15 bucks or something. And you can see it is a little bit smaller than this new one. I thought it would be the same size just with this added piece in the front. But it is a little bit smaller, so there's a little difference there. So next I'm going to take a look at this Millennium Falcon. This is the one we see in stores going for about $100. I was able to pick it up, again, off Amazon Prime days for about $52. That seemed much more worthwhile to me, so it was time to pick this up. So let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. So this is by far the smallest Falcon made for action figures. I'll compare it to this one in a little bit here. But here's the Han Solo figure that comes with it. It's not a bad Han figure. Decent likeness, you know, it doesn't have a jacket on, so it makes it different from the other figure. He comes with the hyperdrive fuel container thing here. He does have a holster for his gun. Has decent detail, good paint job. It's a nice figure. I mean, it's not totally exciting. Obviously, we've gotten a couple other Hans, and the one that came with the Force Link 2.0 thing is probably the best one. But the accessory is pretty cool, and you can use it with this Falcon. Onto the Falcon itself, it has an opening cockpit that has one seat in it. So that's pretty lame. So that means you can put Han in there. Let's put Han in there. And that's about it. You're not going to fit, I mean, you can move him to the side a little bit. I don't think you're going to fit Chewie in there. I don't even think you're going to fit Lando in there. So this is pretty lame in this matter, just because that's not a lot of room in the Falcon. And every other Falcon we've ever had, you could fit at least 2 figures in there. So, not really pleased with that. But I knew that going in. Now there's a couple panels that come off for access hatches. This is supposed to be a smuggling compartment, and you can take this and put that down in there, and that's it. It it's a smuggling compartment, and yet you put it in there, and it just says there. Either that, or it's supposed to be where the hyperdrive fuel goes, or something. But I don't think it makes a difference in sounds with it or anything. I don't see any sensors in there. No, it just fits right on in. So yeah, that's not too exciting. I don't think Han will even fit in. I mean, I don't know what he's supposed to do, like stand up here and take care of it. That's kind of high up out of the Falcon, isn't it? Over here we have another compartment here. Pop this open. I don't know if this is just supposed to be the bed. Han can lay down right in there, so we can have sleepy time, Han. For those of you who think a little differently, obviously there's a Kira figure, and you know, well, no, we won't go there. Okay, it has these little holes. I'm not totally what they're sure for. I think this might be to put guns in. This one, no, that's too small for this. So I am not sure what goes in there. It seems like clearly they're made for something. I know a lot of more modern vehicles. Yeah, so you can fit Han's gun in there at least. More of the modern vehicles have come. Maybe Chewie's rifle comes there. Anyway, more of the modern vehicles have come with slots to put weapons in that. So while you had your figure in there, you could have that going on. Has a radar dish that doesn't move, but I mean doesn't need to. Has a gun that doesn't move. Well, probably should, right? And then it has this piece, of course, that comes off. So the escape pod comes off the front, out like this. It just pulls on out. As far as I could tell, there's no switch in there. There's no locking mechanism or anything. So it just pops on out. It has a little bit of detail to it. It opens up. So that you have this one little area. I mean, this seems like more space in here than in the Falcon's cockpit. You can put Han in there. You can also, you see that little notch right there? The hyperspace fuel has a little notch. And coordinate. There you go. See, now it's in there good. I noticed in the back of mine, it looked like this was sticking up and there's a piece of cardboard out of there. And then I realized that is the Force Link chip. I don't think they quite got it in there straight, so that didn't completely close. I realized that when I saw that. I did check it out. It does still work. Now, this has one other feature on it. It has these guns on the side that open up. So you get these guns sticking out just like that. I don't think it'll go back in with those guns in. Oh, yeah, it will. So you can have, like, extra little guns on the front if you'd like. This is kind of cool to get this little feature. Now, of course, there's a lot more to this. This makes a lot of sounds without this. This is for the figure and... Oh, God, I just set it off. And for this. But this has its own sounds, and I want to check those out. So here on the side, we have... This is the weapon button right here, and we press this, we get... So that seems to be what we get there. Alright. On the other side, we have the hyperdrive button, as they call it. So we press it once. It's supposed to do something. It's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. It does have a sensor on the bottom, like the Force Awakens one. Okay, this is working all of a sudden. Alright, we're trying this out. I think I figured out how this works. You have to have it up in flight position. You press this. You get the blue lights up here in the front. There's even some in the very front there. You press it again. You get a rumbling, like the whole thing starts to shake. It's hard to see on the video. You press it again. It rumbles again. And the panels start popping off. And then this front part goes from blue to red. And I noticed if you do this, you get the hyperdrive dying sound. So that's kind of cool that it has that rumble feature. It's very hard to to get that going just in making this work. Because if you just press this button, like now when it's landed, it won't do anything. You have to have it lifted up and working in order for the lights to go. Now we have more detail in here with what we know as more traditional Falcon look, if you will, with these panels shot off. Now, sorry, that's Logan in the background. We'll get to him in a minute. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what the Force Link does with the Han Solo and the skate pod. So we're going to start with Force Link on this. It does not make the baby crying sound. Oh, what makes a low battery sound? I'll just do Han Solo before that battery falls apart here.
Maybe you heard of me? Best pilot in the galaxy. Everything is under control. You ready with those coordinates? Stay sharp. I've got enemy targets incoming. Come on, get us out of here. Stay sharp. I've got enemy targets incoming. Come on, get us out of here. Stay sharp. I've got enemy targets incoming. Low battery.
I like the low battery. That seems about all what he says here. One thing I did notice is he does have wrists that move. I didn't point that out earlier, so I thought I'd get that in there. So I noticed these two have a lot of similarities in them. The cockpits are very similar, so much down to when I was noticing I was putting on the stickers on this one. It's very similar. Actually, a lot of them are the same as the stickers to this. Everything seems to be scaled down just slightly. It's basically a lot of the same pieces. I noticed over here, like where the sound comes out of, it's pretty much the same as The Force Awakens. The buttons that you push to get the sounds are about the same. Now, they're not, of course, exactly the same because there's lots of different details on both of them. And in fact, this new Solo Falcon is smaller than the Force Awakens Falcon by a good little bit. Underneath, oh, we're gonna get all the sounds now. Underneath, you have detail it's there, but it's not painted. No stickers or anything. Much like this one. Now they're gonna compete with sound here. But you can see, there's some similarity underneath. I don't know if maybe this Solo Falcon was they took the mold for this and added on to it and then scaled it down, or what. I just noticed it has a big light here in the back. I don't think I ever got that. Let's see. I'll set it up there, see if we get a light here. I don't see that that's lighting up at all. Apparently that's not supposed to light up. No light. Okay. We'll blast off the panels in there. Yeah, it looks like it should light up, but it doesn't. Interesting. Now you can see this all again. That's kind of cool. I do like that the lights turn red when you do all that. It doesn't make any difference with the escape pod in the front or not. So just for a little fun, you've heard Logan in the background of these videos today. Now you can hear him here again. But I've set up these three Falcons. This is the new Solo Falcon. This is my vintage Falcon from when I was a kid. And then the Force Awakens Falcon. We're going to place Logan, this little guy right here, in front of all three of these. He is just about 9 months old. And we're going to see which one he picks. So here we go. We're going to watch Logan pick. Oh, he went right for the vintage Falcon. Did you see that? In fact, he is going right for that. Good thing it's nice and sturdy. He doesn't seem to care about the other two. Oh, now he's going to go for the Force Awakens Falcon. Oh, and then he goes for the Solo Falcon. Look at that. He went for all three. That's pretty cool. Logan, what do you think? Which one would you get? None of them. None of them are for your age appropriate, are they? Oh, you made that one make sound. That's good. So that's Logan's choice. Logan picked the vintage Falcon as the best one, didn't he? We all saw it. So my grading for these on this mini Falcon, I felt the sculpt was about an 80%. The features, there's barely anything, 30%. Paint apps, 55%. Value, 60%. Overall, comes to a 56.25%, which is an F. This fails. I would recommend this only for completists or people who have to have every single Millennium Falcon. Otherwise, you can skip it. For the Kessel Run Falcon, I felt the sculpt is about a 90%. I really do like it. It looks good. Its features are about 71%. It could use more. Definitely, there could be better stuff there. The paint app seemed okay at 72%. Value, at the price it's out there, 55%. Overall, given that it needs more things, it's really a 72%. This could have been a much better vehicle. I do like it in some ways, but not at the price point it is out there. I think this is a good pickup if you can find it for, I'd say, $50 to $60. That seems about right on this. Don't go spending $100 on it. So let's look at the 2 Millennium Falcons released for the Solo movie from Hasbro. As you can see, that Mini Falcon is not worthwhile for most people. You could skip it unless you really, if you can find a good deal like I did, or the Kessel Run Falcon. It's fun. It's a fun toy. Just not worth that price. I hope you like my new grading system. I'm going to try and use that going forward to help people out a little bit. If you like this, subscribe. I like getting new subscribers. You get to see what else I'm putting out. I'm almost done with my coverage for San Diego Comic-Con. I might be able to get one last bit in there. We'll see. But I was able to get a lot of good pictures from down there, so it's really nice. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, we'll see you then.